Hey Rockstar, Steve aka VØID here, and I want to welcome you to this week's episode of Pajama Jam. Welcome. I'm very excited about this week's episode. We're going to get heavy on this episode because we're going to be working on Cowboys From Hell from Pantera. It's going to be a cool episode. I'm not going to say I'm super confident. This is the first time I'm trying this this riff, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all goes down. But I'm very excited about this episode, and I've always got a soft spot for heavier music, and this is definitely one of my favorite Pantera songs. So classic song, and I'm really stoked about today's session. So let me know in the chat box that you could see and hear me clearly, and let me know where you are watching from. So I just want to make sure, last time we had a little bit of a technical problem with the chat box, so let's just make sure that that's all working well. So I'm just going to check here. Stopped here. Okay, so maybe on Twitch that isn't working. Let me try one more time. Actually, it might be okay. Might be fine. Maybe on Twitch it isn't working, but that's okay. Let me know where you are watching from, and if you got your guitar with you, maybe you're wearing some, rocking some jammies, and because after all, this is a pajama jam. So let me know where you are, you're from, and let's see, because I'm not sure if the chat is working. I think it might be, but I'm gonna actually just close this up and try. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Johnny. So it looks like on Facebook we are good to go. We'll see if that's any different on the other platforms. So Pajama Jam is broadcasted on Facebook, on Twitch, on Periscope, and on YouTube. And sometimes with all of the techie, nerdy stuff, we sometimes have a little bit of a tech problem. So we've got Eric here, we've got Tommy. Very, very cool guys. Welcome, and I hope that that you enjoy this episode. So it's an interesting thing about Pajama Jam because there's different songs that I work on. I attempt to learn songs, riffs, or solos in 30 minutes or less, and that's what you'll see in about 5 or 10 minutes here. And it's interesting because there's a whole bunch of different songs that we could work on, and this song's pretty cool because this is it's a song actually that I get requested quite a bit. But the interesting part about Pajama Jam is that it doesn't even matter really what song I'm working on. From the perspective of the point of Pajama Jam is so that you could see a professional guitarist learn a song efficiently, and that's really what I want you to take away from this session, is how to learn a song. It could be any song efficiently. So it'll be interesting to see how many people check out this session, because it's definitely, there's a mixture of some people who like classic rock, and there's a mixture of some people who like heavier rock or metal, and if we want to get really specific, then when we're talking about Pantera, we're talking about groove metal. So very cool song. If you don't know it, definitely check it out. And it'll be cool watching the step by step turn into the actual song. I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed that it's going to turn into that. So, a couple of announcements before I get into the session. For my Play From Day One members, on June 1st, we're going to be meeting for our monthly jam session. So that's Saturday, June 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch out in the jam space for details as well as the link. That's also going to be inviting the people who bought Video Surgeon 2.0 from the promo that I had a little while back in April. And this is going to be because I'm going to be using Video Surgeon to actually learn a song quickly, whereas Pajama Jam is showing you how I learn effectively. On the jam session, what's happening on June 1st, I'm going to actually be breaking down a song so that you could learn it. So, I do my best telling you what I'm thinking, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how Pajama Jams work in a second. But on this jam session on June 1st, I'm actually going to be, it's not going to be racing against the clock. I'm going to be showing you how to learn a popular song and in this particular edition, it's going to be with Video Surgeon. So we're going to be using all the tools, but specifically I'm going to be focusing on Video Surgeon. The other announcement that I had was for all of the pro and VIP members of Play From Day One. Soon video uploads will be available in the Jam space. This will also be for my band program. Video uploads will be coming soon. I had a bit of a breakthrough today, and that should be up and running pretty soon. I'm very excited about that. It was a bit of a pain in the butt getting that working, but I think that it's going to be working with a couple of steps. It's going to be really, really good. So, Cowboys From Hell, if you don't know the song, definitely check it out. This song is, it's quintessential Pantera song. If you don't know Pantera, it's all about like just energy and power and force, and definitely they were a great band. And so this song I actually played on drums. I used to play in a cover band we all did all heavy music like Rage and Pantera, Metallica, things like that. But I never learned this on guitar because I was the drummer in that band. So I'm very excited about playing that. If this is your first Pajama Jam, then let me know in the chat box if this is the first time that you're watching a Pajama Jam. Basically, Pajama Jams came from the idea of, I have a guitar in my hands all day, but ever since my daughter was born last January in 2018, there wasn't really any time to practice. So yes, I would be maybe coaching, or I'd be writing or recording or sessioning, with my guitar, but I wouldn't be practicing and developing my skills. So I thought that it would be a good idea when everyone was sleeping that I would practice. And since I do that here where I broadcast videos, I thought, well, why not broadcast my practice session and talk about, what I'm thinking as I'm practicing, so that you, the viewer, can watch a good practicer, a good player, a professional learn how to play a song from scratch. And you could use the same kind of techniques in your own playing, no matter what song you're using. So if you're a beginner guitar player, I would just sit back and relax and just watch the show. I'm going to be racing against the clock, grab some popcorn. It'll be pretty entertaining to watch that. And if you're an intermediate player, then you could follow along if you'd like. But I also recommend just watching it and just kind of just seeing the process that I go through, because that's the main thing that I want you to take away from here. I mean, obviously, there's some funny bloopers and things like that. But anyway, I want you to just to get the most from the session, just definitely pay attention to the process that I'm using. It's the same process that I use in my book, Practice Less, Play More. And if you want to check out how I do that, then you can check out the book there. And also you'll see in the corner, it's hard to point to. There we go. So Play From Day One is my program. If you want to work with me personally and you want to use the concepts that I'm going to show you today for your own playing and have me coach you through that process, then definitely add your name to the waiting list. Playfromday1.com. That's number one. Playfromday1.com. And other than that, what other shameless plug do we have here? I've got my Rockstar Mind, my 3D logo mug over here. We've got the angry Rockstar Mind guy today because we've got some heavy music with Pantera, and you can pick that up in the merch store. So other than that, plugs aside, we've got Cowboys From Hell, and I'm going to be taking you through the process that I went through before this session in order to prepare for this session. And that, my friends, is called pre-practice. For anyone who checked out my book, this section is called pre-practice. So pre-practice is where we prep all the materials that we can to make sure that when I sit down and practice, I'm just practicing. I'm just learning. So, I've got my tab ready. It's on my other screen over here. I've got, I listened to the song a couple of times before, like I listened to the riff before the session. So I listened to it to get it in my head. I also set the metronome to, there's actually kind of two tempos in here that I'll talk about in a second, but I set the metronome to the first one. I've got them both written down over here. And what else do I have? I don't need a capo for this. I've got my tea, because I feel like I'm kind of coming down with something. Having a baby, there's always some illness or something, kind of hovering over here, but I've got my water as well. And, my nails, I could have clipped them, but I clipped them, I don't know, a few days ago, so should be okay. Anyway, so I've got my picks over here. That's all part of pre-practice. So I've got my tab, I've got my tempo, I've got my tuning. I tune the guitar to standard tuning because that's what this is tuned to, and that takes care of my pre-practice. Okay, so I'm just going to double check that everything is good over here. So cool, we've got Jim, so Jim Hug, we've got James White, welcome guys, we've got Dawn, we've got We got Johnny, we got Jim, Shloman, awesome buddy, great to have you here, dude. And we've got James Wheeler. Well, it's like Jim, James. I love it. So many. It's interesting how there's a lot of similar names that come in, and I think Jim might take the cake. I think that is the number one name in the Rockstar Mind ecosystem over here. And every single one, I know every single one. Everyone is their own character, and I love that. I love. And we've got Joe here. Nice, awesome. Joe's a popular one as well. Jim is the number one name, and I have one Jim who hopefully is going to be coming to the session who doesn't like to be called Jim. So he's Jim, but we call him Basher. So Basher, I don't know where you're at, but you'll probably be here soon. So we've got Jeff here, awesome, and David. Cool, welcome guys. So Cowboys from Hell. Basically, I prepared all that stuff, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quick scan the tab. So here, I'm going to switch screens, but first I'm going to get my countdown timer ready to go. So countdown timer is on the screen, and I'm going to get that going here. So today is the 22nd, and let's get 30 minutes on the clock. We got a little bit over 30 minutes, and man, last week was a real nail biter. With Tom Morello learning the two riffs. Definitely check that out if you get a chance. That was racing against the clock there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to the tab, and here we are. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just scan through the tab. Here you can see the tempo marking, and always take tabs with a grain of salt. Doesn't matter how fancy or professional they look, always take it with a grain of salt. This first section here, this is just E, like the open string. So I'm going to disregard that. This is the main riff right here. So you could see this here. So that's the riff. Okay, it's going. And then it turns to the lower octave. So when it kicks in, the drums kick in. And here's the other part I'm going to be learning. And then I'm finally going to be learning this section here where everything stops. Yeah, so there's just a little section here. It's like the verse riff. So I've got quite a bit to learn, and I've got only 30 minutes to learn it up to speed. So after I quick scan like that, I'm quick scanning to see if there's anything strange here. So I've got to also kind of get out of teaching mode because I'm actually learning this. So I'm going to try to narrate as much as possible, guys, and give you as much as possible. But remember, I'm also learning this, so just bear with me. So here, don't see anything weird. I mean, it's all palm muting. It looks like it's probably going to be all alternate picking. Hammer on. Okay, I don't see anything strange there. For the speed, these chords might be a little bit weird. Maybe I'll scrap the chord and just go with the open string. We'll see how that sounds. But it's basically a lower octave version of the previous part. Okay. Bum, broken up rhythm there. Okay, so I don't see anything weird going on. I don't really see anything weird, which is good. That's a good start. So now that I've got that going, I quickly scanned through the tabs. So that's obviously with my eyes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to no tempo practice. And no tempo practice means that I'm going to kind of like experience this without any tempo, but it's more so that my fingers can actually experience, I could feel that riff. And I'm going to go slowly, and it doesn't matter if it's like, I really don't care about a steady pulse. It's better actually that I don't do a steady pulse and that I just kind of go through the motions. Because now I'm going to see if there's any weirdness with the fingers or anything like that here. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to do this with a clean tone, because if I could do it clean, then it's only going to sound better with distortion. Okay. So here, I'm going to start from this spot here. So I'm going to go with like alternate picking. Yeah. Yeah, so it seems like just kind of one finger per fret, position, shift. Okay, and it just repeats. So anyway, I know it repeats, so just to save time, so that part there. Okay, and then this ending part. Slide out, yeah, that's before the drums. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of just check through here. Yeah, so just a lower octave version of that. Okay. Oh, and it's actually palm muted, this first part. Okay, so it's just like, yeah, that same sequence. Okay, so that's, yeah, I'm just kind of going through that. No tempo. I'll also switch cameras here. Okay, and move this over a bit. Okay. And then let's just check the no tempo on this other part, this broken up part. Okay, double hammer on there. Okay, this is here 2 times with that double hammer on. Okay, so it's just kind of like I'm feeling if there's anything weird in this. And this is the other section, and I know that this is the other section because this is just how it, I know that the last one, I know this song. Like you really, when you're playing songs, you really want to play songs you love because they're really embedded in your ear, and you just know it, like what it's supposed to sound like. So that shortens the learning curve. So here I'm just going to go. That's interesting there. Okay, so that's no tempo practice. Basically, I wanted to get as much coverage as possible on this thing, and just see, like, feel if there's anything strange. Okay, does that make sense, guys? The quick scan at first is just to kind of look to see if there's anything weird, like a whole bunch of notes or something weird on the tab that maybe you've never seen before. Then you'd mark that, you'd highlight that if it was a printout, or you can like mark it on the. Sometimes you see me put a red box on past episodes. So anyway, that passed the test. There's nothing going on there. And then with no tempo practice, I wanted to see, I wanted to feel with my fingers if there's anything that was strange about this. So that's kind of just a natural extension of quicksand. Quicksand's with my eyes, no tempo practice with my my fingers. Okay, so nothing's weird there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a chunk here. A chunk is a small section of the song, and I'm just going to play so slow I can't make a mistake. So, okay, I'm going to go with this. This will be my chunk here. And so what I noticed about this song is the tempo at the beginning is slower than when it kicks in. They must have just not done it to a metronome, because this is the tempo at first. And then it gets faster after that. So I don't know. I'll learn it at 111, but then I'll probably learn it at 116, even though the record isn't actually like that. But it's just so I could go into the next section, which is 116. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go to, since it's like a steady thing with, with down, up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 111 target and I'm just going to go down to, let's say, 85. Let's see if that's so slow I can't make a mistake. Yeah, I think I could do that. So this is slow tempo practice. This is so slow you can't make a mistake. So for everyone it's different. But for me, I'm going to do 85, which is a fraction of the target tempo. So I'm going to go... Yeah. Now that I did that once, so the slow tempo practice is actually a very short process because now I'm in what's called fast practice formula. So the fast practice formula, let me make this a little bit bigger. Can I do that from here? Can I make that bigger? Anyway, okay, so maybe I can. But fast practice formula is basically, maybe I can with unlocking it. There we go. Okay, so, oops. Okay, so the fast practice formula is basically, it just states that we want to play something 3 times without making a mistake before moving on. Moving on to what? Increasing the speed, increasing the amount, or increasing the complexity. So I'm aiming to do this 3 times in a row without making a mistake. So I did it once already, and now I'm going to do it again. So the same chunk. Cool. Now I'm going to do it again. Okay, so now that I did it 3 times without making a mistake, I can move on. I could either increase the speed on the same part, I could increase the amount, like move on to another part and increase the amount that I know in the song, or I could increase the complexity. So it's already as complex as it's going to get, so that's irrelevant. What I'm going to do here, because I only have 22 minutes, I'm going to actually increase the amount. But no, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to actually do this here. But I'm going to go slower tempo. time. You don't always have to do it with the metronome. I'm kind of just making sure it's steady, but I'm doing it 3 times without making a mistake. You'll see me do that very often. 3 times without making a mistake before moving on. Okay, so I did that 3 times. Now I'm going to do it without the metronome, and I'm going to do this whole chunk here. Cool. Okay, so that's actually... I mean, technically, though, that's the riff. I just have to repeat that. I got to do that up to speed. So that's what today's going to be about, is bringing that up to speed. But the actual pattern isn't really that complicated, which is pretty cool. That's good. That gives me a bit of an advantage here. In the video, I seem to remember him playing it up here. It's probably just, it's the same notes, but just a different tone. What would that be? That would be, yeah, it would be like that. Then, so, yeah, if I wanted to be fatter, like, it would be like that. But let me play it in this position here. If we have extra time, maybe I'll go for it in another position. But in the video, I remember him being kind of like up here. So this is why I said like buyer beware with tabs. It's just not necessarily always accurate. This is just something that someone or a computer I heard and put it on paper. Okay, so actually I like that. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to play it faster. So I'm going to go up to 95. Normally I recommend going up 3 to 5 BPM, but you know, I'm racing against the clock here, so I'm going to go up by bigger chunks. The reason why I say 3 to 5 BPM is because your brain doesn't really recognize the difference between 5 BPM, so it feels the same, but you're really tricking yourself because you're going faster. So, oh, actually, okay, it's cool. I felt a little bit of stress on that. So I'm going to just I'm going to go down to 92. So I'm going to go here. Okay. Equal to, then 3 times. Okay, now I'm going to go up to 97. Cool. Okay, 2. Cool, okay. I feel good about that. Now I'm going to go up 102. Okay. Okay. So 3 times without making a mistake. I'm just going to actually get just as much coverage as possible and see. I'm just going to loosen my hand up a bit here. Also see my limits here. Okay. Then 3rd time. Okay, cool. So, and then let's finally get to the target tempo of 111. Instantly regretting saying what I said before about going up to 116. But let's see here. So, okay. Okay, so I climbed up to the target tempo. It actually wasn't that bad. I felt a little bit of stress. Now I'm going to go past it. I'm going to go to 116. So it's not supposed to be this. On the record, this is faster than the record, but to play the next section, it'll be this. So, okay. Okay. All right, so that's good. So I played it. That part's fine. Now what I got to do is I've got to play it. If I could play it twice. Well, actually, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to learn the last part. Okay, so, yeah. I'm actually probably going to, I'll probably do that. I'll probably do a pull-off. Yeah, because I don't really care. Who cares? Whatever. I mean, like, modify whatever you need to. Whatever. Who cares? That's not a big deal. Like, please don't be precious with tabs or riffs. If you want to just play it up to speed and you want to play it quickly, modify it if you need to. Yeah, I could always add the picks, but, you know, I don't even know if that's accurate. So I'm just going to play it with what feels good right now. So let's get that up to speed. Cool, that's 1, 2, 3. Cool. Is this helpful so far, guys? Are you just seeing how I'm like piecing this together? Again, you don't have to like follow along note by note. It's more the process, how I'm building it up. That's what's most important here. So now I did that 3 times in a row. Now I'm gonna play, increase the amount here. So I'm gonna go, yeah, that feels good. Cool. And Cool, and I like that it's clean, because that's going to sound really good when it's with ripping distortion. So now the challenge is going to be playing multiple times for stamina. So wow, the time is, well, it's running out so quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna actually shut my trap, and I'm gonna just like practice a little bit over here. I'll try narrating as much as possible, but yeah, I got a boogie here. So let's see here. I'm gonna increase the amount and decrease the speed a bit. So okay, that's good. So the 2 times in a row. So here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. No, I got confused there. So that's a mistake. I got to reset the counter now. So 2 mistakes in a row, or 1 mistake. I'm going to go back, reset the counter. So that's 1 time. Okay. It's 2 times correct. So cool. 3 times correct. Okay, that's good. If I made 2 mistakes in a row, I'd have to decrease the speed, the amount, or the complexity. Let's just kind of push this up here. Got to get coverage here. Wow. Oh, this is going to be right to the finish line. So here, so. Okay, actually, I think we're good. I kind of got a boost of energy there, boost of confidence. I think we're good. I'm just going to go 16 here. So 116. Okay, we're good there. That's going to sound good with distortion. Moving on. Wow, I really lost track of time there. Okay, I'm going to skip this section here, because all those moves in the lower part and the fatter frets, I'm just going to get back to that. So now, let's get this ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da. Okay, this should be okay. I should probably just get this. Let's get this. Yeah, so I'm just going like ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm just learning this up, that part there, and then I'll learn all the little licks individually, but I'll get this sort of, I'll actually add like an E5, so here, so. Yeah, cool. I feel good about that. So now let's get the little licks here. So it'll be this. Okay, so that's 3 times without making a mistake. Okay, this is 2 times in a row. So I'm gonna decrease the speed a little bit here. Okay, 2, 3 times in a row without making a mistake. So I move on. I'm gonna increase the speed. You guys following how I'm like playing 3 times without making a mistake before moving on? So it's 2. Okay, 3. So now let's try attaching this. Ba bum 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 ba da 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 da. Okay. So okay, I think we're good there. And then on the bridge pickup. Okay, I think we're good there. 1 more time. Whoops, there's a mistake. So actually I'm going to reset the counter. It's 1 time. Cool, 2. Okay, I feel good about that. Okay, so it's like moving into hyper overdrive over here. Sorry guys, I really lost track of time. So now this ba 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 da da da. So okay, 2. Cool. Okay, I feel good about that. Now let's repeat that here. I have to do it up to speed. So okay, I feel good about that. Let's just do this whole section. Okay, cool. That's good. Oh, come on. Phil comes in there. Singer. Okay, so now I'm just gonna learn this. Okay, slow it down. Actually, I'm gonna do it no tempo. Okay. Slow tempo. Okay, and okay, I feel good about that. Let's see here. Wow, that's kind of putting my stress meter up a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, and it's a little sloppy, but it's okay. I'm actually okay with that. Play now, polish later. Okay, so now let's go. I just want to get this here, and I'll feel good about this. So, cool. Okay, and I got a boogie. Wow, 10 minutes. This time is flying. So let's go like this. Cool. All right. Okay, now with just over 10 minutes left, I've got in the low octave. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm going to scrap this chord here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with the ring finger. Okay, because this was... Okay, so this would be... I'm going to go slow tempo just to remind myself. Okay, I'm actually going to do this whole thing here, slow tempo, so slow I can't make a mistake. Okay, that's not bad. As soon as I introduce speed, what I'm going to do, you're going to see me jump in the deep end in a second and reveal where the problems are. Okay, that's actually not bad. I did 3 times without making a mistake, and I'm going to actually increase the speed. Let's just jump into the deep end and see what's going on. Actually, I'm going to do a trick here. I'm going to go way faster than it needs to be, so then when I go down to the regular tempo, it feels like a vacation. So... Well, actually, okay, so that was not bad. That was kind of lucky though. Let me go even faster. So just first, okay, and that's just up to here. Now let's go to just this part here. Oops. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then let's see if I can do the whole thing. And it's okay if I make mistakes here, because now and then I'm at 130 right now, so I'm gonna try dropping it down to 116, and then it'll feel like a vacation. So okay, that's sloppy. So okay, yeah, so that's gonna be a mess, right? But now going down to 116. Oh man, that's such a cool mind trick, to just go way past the speed and then come down to the regular speed. Feels like a vacation. Okay, so now the third time, so it'll be cool. All right, okay, I feel good about that. Now let's just get this ending part. Ba-da-da-dum. Yeah, I'll just add that E5. So you'll see I practiced 3 times in a row without making a mistake, and that's before I move on. Because 1 time might be lucky, 2 times might still be lucky. 3 times in a row, when you can play something 3 times in a row without making a mistake, that's when you know that you've got it. So here, okay, 3 times in a row. Okay, now I'm gonna take this off for a second and slow it down. Okay, one more time. All right. Let's see, up to speed. Okay, so far I have like all the parts scattered, but now I'm going to try connecting some things here. I'm going to decrease the speed a bit. Oh man, okay. Let me try without the metronome. Okay, there's a bit of confusing stuff over there, but that's okay. Okay. C with the tempo. Actually, there's one little section that I think is going to screw me up. So that's 3 times I'll make a mistake that I'm playing that to iron that out. Okay. Okay, cool. So, yeah, it feels way better now that I put it under the microscope. Okay, that last little bit. So see, I revealed what I need to work on. See, I have the other part is like kind of like muscle memory there. Now I have to kind of get this other part, this last part. Three times I'll make a mistake. I practice a little section. Cool. Okay, let's try. Let's just go target. Okay, so. Okay, so that's not the best that I've ever done, but that's going to be good for now. So let's see here. That's so funny. Now I'm like switched onto that. That's the muscle memory. So let's slow it down and just kind of iron this thing out. So when I do a pull off, that's the ending. When I do this. Okay. Cool. As long as I remember pull off at the end, then I'm good. This is going to be during the riff. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad. Okay, 4 minutes. I'm just going to take a quick drink over here. Wow, a lot of stuff absorbing in my brain right now. Okay, is this helpful, guys? Is this entertaining? You still here? You still watching? So. Okay, I'm going to skip a part. Okay. So I'm just kind of getting warmed up over here, and maybe playing even a little bit faster, so that when I play with the metronome, it's all going to be good. Oops. Okay, oh my god. Okay, I'm just kind of going to go for this here. So. Okay, and that last part there, there's some stuff I need to work out there. Hold on. So I'm doing a little like condensed version here, one sec. Whoops. Get the tension out. Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay. Okay, I feel good about that. I'm gonna try with a different pick. Try with a different pick here, and I'm gonna try with distortion, but I'm gonna take that one there. Man, my brain is just like, okay, let's see what happens with a different pick. I'm just curious. And with the bridge pickup. That was better. There was a tinnier sound, and that's fine. I really reduced the gain on my guitar, so that I could get kind of like a very like tinny, thin sound that I could hear for sure. All the little definition that I need to hear to work that out. And now that I did that, now I can play with distortion, kind of as like a celebration. Okay, but first, before I do that, I mean, is that helpful, guys? I know it's a little bit like chaotic because that was actually kind of insane to process all of that in such a short period of time. But hopefully you could see how there's certain things that I did like 3 times without making a mistake is really what makes a big difference. I need to get like a good graphic of when I like get this thing going, or like if the countdown timer goes off and there's like an explosion or something like that. Anyway, it could totally up the production value. But let me get rid of that countdown timer because I beat the clock, and I'm very excited. If people weren't sleeping upstairs, then I would definitely shout out. But anyway, I'm very happy about that. Definitely, this riff, the challenge with this riff is that you're playing alternate picking the whole time. So, and getting the accuracy between the strings. It's not like that the pattern is necessarily that difficult, but you can see I made some adjustments along the way. And that really helped. So now I'm going to turn on, let's hear it. Do you guys want to hear some distortion? Is that cool? If I put the distortion on this now, the reason why I played without distortion is so that I could hear those details. The details are really, like if you had distortion on at the beginning, you might mask the tone and you might mask the mistakes, and it's when you play cleanly, or like with a little bit of crunch, let's say even, you're going to hear everything that you need to hear so that you can make proper decisions. And then once you get that part, it's only going to sound better when you play with distortion. Okay, so, awesome. Dimebag would be proud. Thanks, man. All right, so let's see. Let's hear with some distortion. Okay. So let's see. Just make sure that it's not clipping. Cool. Okay. I'm just going to rest for a quick second over here and make sure that we're good. And I'll answer any questions that you might have. I'm going to hang out for a little bit after this, and I'm going to hang out for a little bit after this, and then if you have any questions, I'll answer the questions, and then we'll be on with our night, our day, afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, cool. Let's see. I'm getting a little bit excited here, huh? Yeah, it sounds way better. Oh my god. But it's also, one thing that happens sometimes is it's because it sounds different. Sometimes you have to just kind of like because it sounds different now. It's almost like I'm playing a different part. So I just have to familiarize myself with this part with distortion on it. One sec. Yeah, it's this part here that was messing me up. Yeah. Cool. So if I get that. Cool. And then. Yeah. I made a mistake there. Okay, let me get that last part again. Hold on. All right. Cool. That part feels so good. Cool. All right. Let's try one more time. Yeah, it was actually pretty good with the tempo. So you programmed it in pretty nicely. So. Cool. Love it. So much fun, man. So much fun. And I just realized that usually I keep the headphone always when I'm recording or when I'm broadcasting. I have the headphone off just a little bit on this ear, and it's so that I could hear things like the metronome out here. So it's a little bit off on the beginning part because I was like kind of like within the headphones, and I just usually it's just a kind of a good tip that I have here. If you're wearing headphones and you're playing, I like to keep the right can right on the ear, and then I like to keep this left one off just a bit so that I could hear things outside. And that's what I like when there's the metronome, as well as sometimes you could hear the strings that you're playing just a little bit better, just if so that you're not only hearing the distortion. Okay, that's if you're wearing headphones. So that, my friends, is Cowboys From Hell by Pantera, Mr. Dimebag Darrell. Man, so sad what happened to that guy. But what a great guitar player, and yeah, it was very, very cool digging into this riff. Finally, just yeah. I mean, I was always playing these songs on drums, so this is the first time that I have tried this on guitar. Cool. So let's double check the. If you have any questions, again, I'm going to be hanging out for another 10 minutes or so, and feel free to ask any questions. And let's see what we got. Because also, if you're in one of my programs, this is also a good opportunity for me to just show you something. If you had a question about something that you're working on, especially in Play From Day One, then I can just show you really quickly. But on that note, so if you wanted to learn how I just did what I did, then definitely check out my book, Practice Less, Play More. You can pick that up on Amazon. It's getting some great reviews. Really, really appreciative of all those reviews. And 100% of the proceeds of that go towards creating new programs for cancer patients and their caregivers through my fundraising initiative, VØID Cancer. If you want me to work with you personally and to coach you and guide you step by step through songs that you want to learn, give you feedback, answer your questions, giving you strategy like what I did here with Cowboys From Hell, then definitely click the link. Let me see if I can point to it there. Wow, that's so hard to find. So here, Play From Day One. Play From Day One, let's see, pointing down. playfromday1.com. Check it out, playfromday1.com, and add your name to the waiting list. And then you'll be sent an email where you can answer some questions. And if I feel like it's a good fit and there's a spot available for you, then we could chat about getting you into the program. And yeah, and then take things from there. So let's see what we got here. Okay, let's go scrolling up. Nice, Jim. Love the Morello. Cool. Yeah, that was a lot of fun last week. James Wheeler, my guitar is coming June 18th. Very cool, man. Let me know what what you ended up getting. Very, very cool. Congratulations. Denis is here. Nice. Okay, Jim, can you treat remembering vocals to play along with guitar? I repeat 3 times. Yeah, so Jim, that's a great question. Really, all of this stuff just comes down to coordination, which is like how your brain coordinates between the two limbs, let's say, or let's say the 3 things of like singing and the 2 limbs as well, like the your 2 hands. The coordination between all of that, your brain has to understand it. And the fast practice formula, playing something 3 times without making a mistake before moving on, is really just how your brain learns. Like, it just works with how your brain learns. So repeating a line 3 times and going through it 3 times without making a mistake in a chunk, what I call a chunk, like a section of music. It could be super small section, 1 or 2 words. It could be 4 chords, let's say, a whole line. It could be 4 lines. Whatever that chunk is, going through that 3 times without making a mistake, it's just, that's what's going to show you. 1 time might be lucky, 2 times might still be lucky, 3 times in a row without making a mistake is really what's going to show you that you know that part. So for sure, vocals with guitar, I highly recommend it. And you'll see me do this. The more you see me play like this and learn, you'll see me doing 3 times without making a mistake. It's just built in. Cool. All right. So distortion time. All right. Looks like everyone's loving the distortion. And Paul's saying that's a good way of picking out the nuances. Yeah. So definitely playing clean first, and then adding distortion. Okay. Sweet. So thanks for the compliments, guys. How well do you know the song before you attempt this? So okay. So basically, again, guys, I highly recommend playing songs you love. Like, because it's in here. Like, if you learn a song, if I were to learn a song I didn't know, then I don't know if I'd be able to do that or like that much in 30 minutes because I just don't know the song. With this, I know what it's supposed to sound like. Like, I'd sing it. Ba-dum, bum, 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 da-da-da, 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 like, I know that part. And then even like, I hear the drums too. I hear everything with that. And so when I go and learn it, I've already done a lot of that work beforehand because, you know, I know sort of the blanks that I need to fill in with notes now. And so how well do you know the song before you attempt this? I think that you should know it intimately before you attempt it. Only play songs you love, because also now I'm stoked. I love this song, so now I'm stoked that I could play this. Now I'm going to play it along with the record and, you know, have a really great time. So definitely, I highly recommend that you play songs you love because you know them intimately. Does that make sense, guys? So Johnny, now I want to see you play in the rockstar pose. Dime is in on the album cover. That's amazing. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if I've got to clear the floor behind me for that. Okay, cool. So great job. Thanks so much, guys. Most excellent lesson. Cool. James, the jam on Saturday, will that be available for replay? Yes. So for the play from day one, the jam session, the monthly jam session. So all Play From Day One members, doesn't matter if you have a light membership, a pro membership, a VIP membership, you are invited to the live jam session on June 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in that session, I'm going to be doing something similar to what I do on Pajama Jam, but instead of me just trying to learn something, I'm going to walk you through strategically how to learn a classic song, riff, or solo. And we're going to be breaking down, like, here's how to approach this, and here, if you can't do this, then do this, and if you can't do that, then do that, and here's how you build from there, and all the strategy, because that's really what I do here. Rockstar Mind. It's all here. It all begins and ends in the mind. So in that session over there, we're going to be doing that, and if you can't make the session, then it'll be available for replay in the jam space. Okay? So let's see. Eric is asking, what if a song doesn't have tabs? So if a song doesn't have tabs, then definitely check it out on YouTube. See if you can find it on YouTube. Maybe you could hire an expert to make a tab for you. You know, typically you could find something online. Typically you could find it for modern songs, even for classic songs. But yeah, so that's, I mean, you'll find at least a starting point. And if you can't find anything, then, well, I mean, Eric, you're a VIP member, so we'll just figure it out. We'll, like, you know, I've got your back. That's what I'm here for. So I'll help you. If a song doesn't have a tab, then we'll kind of like just figure out how to go about it. Okay. So Rocky, sorry I'm late, missed it. It's all good. Okay, Rocky. So we're gonna so this broadcast is gonna you'll be able to watch the replay. No problem there. Cool. So yeah, Jim, play in chunks for sure. Very cool. And James, that's cool. I'll check that out, the replay. I have to work Saturdays. Okay, no problem, buddy. So yeah, so Saturday at 10 a.m. Maybe you can, like, you know, you can watch it on your phone or something like that, and get paid to learn how to play guitar. So anyway, no, do whatever you can. But we have had some people watch from work, whether it's on their break or on the clock. Anyway, I love it. Love guitar players. So. If there aren't any other questions, I'll stay on for another like 5 minutes or so. If you don't have any other questions, then we will wrap this up. But yeah, I had a blast. That was a lot of fun, guys. My heart's always beating so fast, like especially by the end. Well, I don't know what happened to the time today. The countdown was just like cranking, and then next thing I knew, it was just like 10 minutes left, and oh my God, 5 minutes left. Crazy. So hopefully that was entertaining and also informative for you guys. That's why I do this, and it seems that you guys are digging that. So I'm very, very appreciative for you watching the show. Again, if we're not working together and you want to work together, then definitely check out Play From Day One. If you want to work on this stuff on your own, then definitely check out the book, Practice Less, Play More. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks so much for watching. And yeah, I mean, if you need anything, please reach out to support@rockstarmind.com. You guys know where to find me, and yeah, and we'll be sure to take care of you. So with that said, next week we'll be jamming again, another pajama jam. So check out next week's episode. Watch out for the announcement of that. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great week. For all of my Play From Day One members, I'll see you inside the Jam Space, and I'll be seeing you also on June 1st. And just let me know if you need anything inside the Jam Space. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great night, great morning, great afternoon, depending on where you're watching from, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.